Hello, if you don't know me, my name is Peter Franklin, and I'm an expert practitioner and trainer in Pyramid Thinking Plus, which is all about the creation of simple but powerful logic frameworks to get your audience to say yes. To put it simply, we enable people to communicate effectively, human being to human being. However, this video is broader than Pyramid Thinking Plus. It is about the future of corporate training itself. I would like to share some thoughts with you which might get you to explore an option that you may not have yet considered. Today, the corporate training market is dominated by face-to-face training and LMSs, which are learning management systems, which allow learners to work through videos, reading material, and quizzes at a pace that suits them. Each has its own advantages and disadvantages. Face-to-face scores well when you're dealing with skills-based training rather than fact-based training. This is because this form of training allows for expert feedback and collaborative working, which are useful when trying out new skills. Face-to-face also scores well from a team-building perspective, since in the new hybrid working world, opportunities for individuals to meet each other face-to-face are much more limited. LMSs score well when learners are time-constrained and when the organization needs to deploy knowledge at scale and speed across the working community. Learners can take on the information in bite-sized chunks at their own pace. Rollout isn't constrained by the limited size of the pool of experienced trainers, and you avoid all the expense and hassle of moving trainers and learners around the country with all the accommodation and subsistence costs associated with that. You also avoid the disruption to business as usual that accompanies bringing teams together into one place for training. However, the world has changed over the last few years. We've seen the explosive growth of video conferencing through Zoom and Teams. Electronic whiteboarding for remote meetings has been made possible through the likes of Mural and Miro. Remote interaction has moved to another level through the emergence of streaming technologies on the back of online gaming growth and the creation of free and accessible platforms such as OBS. This means that there is now an online alternative to face-to-face interaction. We call it Tutored online. If you go to the web, you can see its growth in the personal training domain for teaching individual trainers and teachers how to teach remotely. It's also used by music professionals to teach students remotely. And it's also used by the UK police for delivering their speed awareness courses to motorists. All of this begs the question, should you be looking at tutored online options when putting in place corporate training? We think the answer is a definite yes, since it may well be your best option. This is because it can be the most effective option. Why is that? Well, it's because it provides the expert feedback, mentoring, and collaborative working which you get with face-to-face, and which is so important for skills-based training when learners need to try out their new skill and get feedback. If done well, utilizing the latest online technologies, it can be as engaging as a face-to-face session. And as well as possibly being the most effective option, it is perfectly in tune with remote working, which is now part of normal working life, the hybrid world. And finally, like LMSs, it is much cheaper than the face-to-face option, since you avoid all the travel time and the travel, accommodation, and subsistence costs for both learners and trainers associated with the face-to-face option. So, if you're looking for training, are you looking at the tutored online option? If not, why not? If you'd like to talk to us regarding our tutored online option for Pyramid Thinking Plus, please do not hesitate to get in touch. In any event, I hope we've provided you with some food for thought.